Ako urong dito, and I said I would stake my honor, my life, and even the presidency.
Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps. Let's now have Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to all of you.
Questions, MPC? Christine, question?
Sir, just on the budget, there are fears now that the 29 proposed budget won't be passed and it will be an reenacted budget next year. Is Malacañang doing anything to maybe prod its allies, the House, to at least make sure that the budget is passed?
We're only speculating that it will not be passed. We have submitted a budget proposal, so it's the House call.
But you're not, the palace is not doing anything to at least talk to them para ma-pass yung budget?
Well, certainly. Yes.
Who is talking with them, sir?
Oh, the liaison officer. There is a liaison office between Malacañang and Congress.
So what's the message of the palace to Congress right now?
There's what again?
So any message from the palace to Congress in the passage of this budget?
Well, the House knows that this is the budget proposal of the palace. And so they will have to do their job. If there are questions on the budget, they will raise them and we will respond to them.
So on the end of the palace, you're convinced that parang it's convinced that we're going to pass this budget.
Oh, of course.
Follow-up, Henry Uri. Microphone, thank you.
Secretary, follow-up sa budget. Sabi ni Congressman Andaya, House Majority Leader Rolando Andaya, kanya delayed yung budget sa Congress is because meron daw pong, sabi niya, a number of very unusual belated requests by President Rodrigo Duterte and certain cabinet members, not pork insertions by member of the House of Representative. Hindi daw ho dahil sa pork barrel, kundi yung budget request mismo. Ang sabi niya, very unusual, belated request by President Duterte. May ganito ho bang request ang Pangulo sa Kongreso?
That is the perception of Secretary or Congressman Andaya. But any question regarding that, if raised, will be responded to by Budget Secretary Ben Jokno.
So wala hong request ang Pangulo mismo sa Kongreso na budget. May binabanggit siya para daw po ito sa mga, specifically, pabahay sa mga sundalo.
I think Budget Secretary Jokno will be more knowledgeable on that.
Pero as far as the President is concerned, mayroon ba siya?
If the President is instruction to Secretary Jokno as contained in the budget proposal, then that is the situation.
Do you think President Duterte will do that?
You know, I cannot be reading his mind. If he has that, then Secretary Jokno would know that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, may follow-up on budget? Other issue? No more? Okay. Please, CNN Philippines.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good
Yes, it's
afternoon.
going to be the anniversary of the Maguindanao massacre. It's been 9 years since it happened. What is the reaction of the government, or what do you think of the pace of the trial, given that until now, after 9 years, there's still no conviction?
Well, we're not surprised that the wheels of justice in this country grind so slow. Many cases take so long. But what is important to us is justice will prevail. Rule of law will have to be observed, regardless of who the persons are involved in any particular case.
Sir, but is Malacañang doing anything to, I don't know, to speak to the judiciary to follow up on this case?
The DOJ is the one responsible for prosecuting the case, and so it is doing its job, its level best, to speed up the prosecution of the case.
But with the talks within the officials, sir, do we expect any resolution anytime soon?
It depends on the stage of the case. It depends. And it depends on the prosecutors.
Thank you.
Okay. Follow up? Jonah? Jonah, you.
Sir, as a former lawyer of the Ampatuan, tingin nyo makukonvict ba sila?
We can always speculate. It's, the courts will always rule on the basis of evidence. That has been the rule, and that has been the training of all lawyers.
Follow up. Other issue. May follow up pa sa Ampatuan? No more? Other issue, Joyce?
Sir, marami po yung nakapuna or nagsasabi na there could be a breach of protocol during the state visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping. Particularly, some netizens pointed out the placing of flags. An example would be, sir, yung honor guard daw po during the trooping is carrying the flag of China and not the presidential flag. Former Presidential Communications Undersecretary Manuel Quezon said the president, of course, can break any tradition, but there could be a dramatic statement. Was there a dramatic statement to the placing of the flags? Or
the head of protocol, I was talking to him, he said he would be issuing an official statement on the matter. Robert Borre.
But sir, sa part po ng president, meron ba siyang order? Meron ba siyang any meaning to that?
None that I know. What I know is it's the protocol who will be explaining whether there is breach or not. And if there is a breach, why?
But as of this point, we cannot categorically say that there is no breach of protocol.
I'm not the protocol officer. It has to be Robert Borre who would be issuing an official statement on the matter.
Within this day, sir, they will release
I think so, because I was talking to him yesterday, and he said he would be issuing a statement.
No, nakausap niyo siya, sir,
Yeah,
hindi niya sinabi
I talked to
na...
him on the phone.
Hindi
Talk
niya-
to him.
Hindi niya po sinabi sa inyo, sir, na there is no breach of protocol.
We didn't. I was asking any comment because you were asking, so I forwarded him. Please give any comment on this. Excuse me. And then his response is, we are investigating and we'll be issuing a statement.
Okay, follow up. Other issue. May follow up sa other issue. Darrell.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Sir, the palace released today the nomination paper of Senator Honasan as the next DICT
Yes.
secretary. May we know, sir, the primary consideration of the president for appointing him?
Again, always the base of the president is trust and confidence and integrity
So,
and competence.
does the palace believes that he is capable for
Oh,
this?
definitely.
Because, sir, because the law that created the ICT has specific qualifications for the department secretary, undersecretary, and assistant secretary, one of which is 7 years of competence and expertise in information and communications technology, information technology service management, information security management, cybersecurity, data privacy, e-commerce, or human capital development in the ICT sector. Do you think that Senator Honasan is capable in any of these fields?
It is not for us to decide on that. It will be the Commission on Appointments. There will be vetting there. There will be hearing. And he will have to respond to questions on his competence.
So, sir, you are open to the possibility of him not being confirmed despite his stature as a senator, sir?
Well, when the president nominates, it's for the Commission of Appointments to approve the nomination.
Thank you, sir.
MPC questions? Okay na tayo? Okay. Yeah, please. Follow up. Microphone.
So regarding the JVA draft, a lot of people
what?
are the JVA draft, oil exploration joint venture draft, sir.
Yes.
There are news reports and a lot of people are asking, bakit parang medyo elusive, sir, yung paglalabas ng JVA? Because yesterday there were reports na nagpiping-pong, DOE saying to get it from DFA, then DFA says you should get it from DOE. So why is the document very elusive and not readily available to the public?
What I know is that yesterday was the last day, and they must have been very busy attending to the last day events. But as I said, we will be issuing that. In fact, I made a request already.
Sir,
to
how
the DFA.
soon can we expect the final and official document to be seen or
I
to be released
suppose
to the
it's the
public?
DFA secretary who will be releasing that.
Okay,
So we'll have to ask him.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
May follow-up sa... Okay, Sandra?
Sandra, long time no see.
Hi, Sec. Sir, reaction lang because DFA Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin wasn't happy with your statement na parang it's no big deal whether China drafted the MOU. What can you say about that, sir? What is your reaction?
I'm not sure whether Secretary Locsin read the transcript of what happened in this news briefing. I also am not sure whether or not the writer of that story gave an accurate reporting of what I said. What I said, and I will quote the transcript. It was asked by Ina Andulong. He said, there are concerns, or some sectors, sir, are implying that it was China that drafted whatever deal or agreement will be signed. And my response was, oh, it doesn't matter who drafted it. I don't know if this is the only sentence that was reported by the news writer, and this is only the portion that Secretary Locsin read. But I went beyond that. I said, as far as we're concerned, you give us a draft and we will go over it. We have to see whether this is legal or not, whether it's beneficial to us or not. And then Ina Andoling said, so we're okay with China dictating whatever will be the contents of the deal? I said, no. I said, even if China drafts it, it has to go over us. We have to review that. In the same manner that if we draft it, it will have to pass through them too. This is the situation. When there is a contract negotiation, there are two parties. The standard practice is you will have to agree first on the terms and conditions of that agreement. And when you already decided on the terms, then somebody will draft it. It's either any of the parties. And after that draft, it has to go over the other party. And we'll look over whether or not the contents of your agreement are incorporated therein. Otherwise, the party will object to that or will revise it until they reach an agreement on what exactly will be the final draft.
Okay, MPC, follow-up Ace. Other issue. May follow-up pa sa China? Ace. Microphone.
Secretary, tungkol din sa isang China project, the UNESCO has warned that San Agustin Church and 3 other Baroque churches around the country may be delisted from the World Heritage List because of the Binondo Intramuros Bridge across Pasig River. What do you say to those concerns? Because it might intrude into the so-called buffer zone daw.
As you said, it may encroach. But I was listening in the news story yesterday that the contractor is saying that it will not. So we don't know exactly whether or not it will.
But
because if it will, then certainly it is right to object.
So is it safe to say that you would object or you would no longer push through with it if it is discovered that it would indeed
Not
intrude.
necessarily not push through, because you may
Adjust.
move the
You may-
locations
okay.
to maybe 100 meters away.
Mhm.
I don't think that will be a problem.
So definitely Malacañang will not allow yung intrusion.
Oh, definitely, because that is a World Heritage.
Okay.
It's part of our history.
Okay. Thank you, Secretary.
No more questions? Okay na? Okay, thank you, MPC. Thank
Hindi,
you.
meron pa.
Okay, Daryl.
Sir, may I know the President's comment on the traffic that was created because of the visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping? Does he have any comment on the traffic, the heavy traffic that was experienced in the...
None that I know of. But, I think that should be understandable, given the fact that the Manila area the work was suspended. Hence, all the motorists would be not passing here because of the security. So they'll have to converge in the Makati area and other places. And there will be traffic. All of us, me too.
But sir, there were unannounced road closures. So and the PSG and MMDA seem to point fingers at each other because of several motorists and passengers were caught unprepared by the road closures.
Well, we have to live with that, because the concern of the state would be the security of a visiting head of state.
Okay, sir, because the president seemed to be irked by the traffic that was caused during the visit of Pope Francis. So,
I guess if you compare the traffic yesterday or the other day as against the Pope's visit, there is a whale of a difference. That time really took us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. Not this one. This one about 2 hours only.
okay, sir,
Took
thank
me
you.
about that in coming here.
MPC, no more? Okay na? Christine?
Back to the budget. Senator
Yes.
Lacson is also saying na meron daw pork insertions. That's why na-delay sa House yung budget. Is the palace aware of this, and will you allow yung ganitong pork insertion sa budget?
Of course, the Senate of the President is from the very start. It will never allow anything like that sort. But precisely, the proposal is being submitted to Congress, and it is the duty of Congress to go over it, examine it, and then raise objections, and it will not approve,
So there are no pork insertions, sir, as far as the palace
as far
is
as I
concerned?
know.
Okay, sir.
Okay. MPC? No more? Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Presidential
you.
Spokesperson Salvador Panelo. Thank you, MPC. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.